All right. Well, we're going to talk about another news story today. There's a few interesting things going on. There's stuff about how the U.S. and UK shot more missiles into Yemen. That was a pretty big deal. There was some other stuff going on that I thought was interesting, but the biggest deal, in my opinion, is a thing coming out from the Supreme Court right now. So, if you've been reading the news, then you would know that there is a conflict within the state of Texas between the Biden administration and the state of Texas over how Texas can or cannot manage to secure its own border. I am strongly of the opinion that Texas has the right, the obligation to defend its own border. That is the duty of the state. If the state's border is in jeopardy, is in crisis, is under threat, then the state needs to take action to secure its own border. The problem that it is that the state is being invaded by the federal government. Like the federal government is literally facilitating the invasion of migrants into Texas itself. And then it's the Biden administration is also using the government to shut down any ability Texas has to defend itself. So, in any case, the Supreme Court has ruled that Texas cannot, or that the federal government can remove razor wire at the Texas border, which just, it really upsets me because I don't want all these illegal immigrants coming into my state. I don't want them coming into my country. They're coming here illegally. It's not like they're coming here like because they love America so much. They want to take advantage of our economy. They don't really care about our history, about our traditions, our values. They're here because they want money, and I can respect that they want to build a better lives for themselves. But I want them to build better lives for themselves in their own home countries. I don't want them coming here and just trying to take advantage of the economy just because we have it better. It's like you can also build something good yourself. There's no reason why they have to do it here. I mean, what's going to wind up happening is you're going to get tons of poor people moving into the country. They're not going to be able to find jobs, and they're going to form enclaves with their other fellow foreigners that have come in here by the millions. They're not going to assimilate, and we're going to have the literal definition of multiculturalism in this country. And multiculturalism means you have multiple cultures, you have different backgrounds. They're just different cultures. They have different languages, different backgrounds, different histories, different family ties, and they're not ultimately loyal to the U.S. They're loyal to their family and their community. That's my problem. Their loyalty is not to this country. It's not. They don't have loyalty to the people that were here before them. Their loyalty is to themselves. Their loyalty is to, if anything, to the family they left behind in their home country. They will come here. They will have kids. They will affect our national conversation, our national discourse. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. They should not be here. They should be sent back. And the federal government is helping them get in. If anything, the federal government is the one bringing them in. Let me just pull up on Twitter real quick. Let's see real quick. I remember it was under Tim Pool's thing. Here we go. Wait, that's not it. Nope. 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 There we go. From Colin Rugg. This is what's going on at the federal border. We literally have Border Patrol using a forklift to drag up the razor wire, tell all these immigrants to stay in. Look, they were all on the other side of the border. The razor wire was keeping them out. And all of a sudden, or the razor wires were at least forcing them to go around. And all of a sudden, that razor wire gets lifted, and they come right on through. Colin Rugg's assessment is correct. The national government does, in fact, hate you. And what really infuriates me is that this is supposed to be a 6-3 conservative court. It's not. We had Amy Coney Barrett and Roberts both sided with the liberals, which disgusts me. We have Ken Paxton, our state AG, making a statement. The fight is not over, and I look forward to defending our state's sovereignty. There are some other takes in Tim Pool's Twitter that I thought was significant. Some of it I agree with. Let's see. Yeah, Wall Street Silver. Ignore the Supreme Court. Arrest federal agents for trespassing and run them through the state court system. I agree with this. The state is literally under attack. I don't know what else you do. there was something somewhere saying that. Let me go back to Scanner News, Tim Pool's other site. I like him for news. I can trust it. I have some faith in it. We also have NPR that we could read from. They do a pretty good job at keeping it fairly neutral. We also have AP that we could skim. But I'd rather pay attention to Tim Pool's news sources. I consider them to be more honest. I don't like giving credibility to dishonest organizations. In any case, man, this bothers me because it's not going to stop. And then the in order to fix the problem, the scale of deportation that is needed would be nothing short of insane, and it'll be the easiest thing for the left and the Democrats to rally around because you're going to need to there are millions of people. You have to round them. Like their camps are already under construction or being built in places like Chicago to house these people, and you're going to need to use those same camps to process them back the other way. And you're going to need I don't know how you manage to make significant progress other than going to the major urban centers where they are, putting them under martial law, going door to door, checking everyone for their citizenship status, and then arresting the people that can't prove it. Because the people that can't prove it are the illegal immigrants. They're not citizens. If you were a citizen, you'd have your own identification. These illegal immigrants, they throw their identification away on their way into the country so that you can't identify them and then you can't deport them. Well, screw them. You can get deported to the first country of your pick. You can get deported, well, not the first one of their pick. You'll get a list of the ones we think you're from, and we'll just deport you to a random one. And after that, you're no longer our problem. I mean, it sucks. It's horrible. It's mean. But they came, and they broke the law, and I'm not going to stand for them continuing to break and take advantage of my country. It bothers me significantly. Yeah. So yeah, basically, we don't really need to read this article. It's all the same stuff that the others say. Details the history of how this went. It started in December, how it went through the court system, how the Fifth Circuit was trying to stop it, block Biden from removing the razor wire until the Supreme Court heard it, and the Supreme Court ruled wrong. I read somewhere that it was intentionally designed to provoke some sort of civil war. Maybe it was in Tim Pool's Twitter feed. Maybe it was in one of these articles that I read. Maybe that's the thing that sets it all off. Illegal immigration. Man, I hope there isn't a war. But people are going to get so upset about their communities being overrun that the federal government is basically just trying to provoke one. And the thing is, like, you get violent, you give the government all the justification they need to get as authoritarian as they want, to crush you as much as they want. So the challenge is finding a peaceful way to get rid of these people, getting rid of every single illegal immigrant in the meantime, which can't happen because the feds are essentially an arm of the Democrat government. The Democrat government is actively trying to invade the country. I mean, the invasion is essentially brought on by people on the inside. They know the country is being invaded by foreigners, and yet they continue to do it. They're clearly benefiting from some way in it. Whether that's money, whether they think it's ideology, maybe they think that, I don't know, it could be a bunch of things. They could just have a rabid hatred of white people, want to bring in tons of brown people. That's one thing. They could be being paid for to bring in all these immigrants. That's another option. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe they think that we need more people because the U.S. population isn't producing enough children. So bring in immigrants, and that'll boost your economy. Maybe the Democrats just want to build their own coalition of new voters by bringing in entirely foreign population. Or maybe it's a combination of all of them. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make it right. The only right thing is to deport them as quickly as possible back to their own home countries. Unfortunately, it's going to be, the process of bringing them in has been horrible, and it's going to be twice as horrible to get rid of them. But you have to do it, otherwise this problem will persist down through the generations of this country. Anyhow, that's all I really wanted to talk about. This is what's been on my mind. I wish there were better solutions or better people in charge, but there are not. Well, in any case, thanks for listening. Have a good one. Consider liking and subscribing if you liked hearing about this. I enjoy making these little videos. They're good for me. Give me a way to vent about the chaos that's going on in the country. Anyhow, Bye, and stay safe.